What's up, soccer fans? Mike Guglielmi, Sons of a Pitch, Soccer Central, here to bring you my picks and predictions. MLS action, week number 32, October 23rd and 24th, this Saturday and Sunday. We've got 13 games to talk about in this one. Let's get right into the games. First up, Seattle Sounders hosting SKC in a battle of two of the top teams in the Western Conference. Seattle comes in at even money, plus 100. Kansas City at plus 265 and the draw at plus 255. This game, the Sounders, I gotta go with the Sounders here. I'm thinking the Sounders are probably going to keep this going at the top of the West when they're faced with a tough challenge against the team. They end up getting the victory. They're at home at Lumen Field. They just pulled off a decent result in Colorado. SKC, different team on the road than they are at home. So, my pick, Seattle Sounders at even money to get the victory there over Sporting Kansas City. All right, guys, next up, Columbus and the New York Red Bulls from lower.com field in Columbus. The odds come in for Columbus at plus 125, New York Red Bulls at plus 225, and the draw at plus 230. Two teams right there on the edge of the playoff race in the Eastern Conference, trying to get into those top 7 spots. I expect this game to be a very, very good game. Columbus, I think they have a little bit more talent than the Red Bulls, but for some reason, I think with these two teams as hungry as they are, I'm going with the draw in this one at plus 230 odds for that draw to happen. All right, guys, next up, Toronto FC hosting Montreal. TFC comes in at plus 125, Montreal at plus 190, and the draw at plus 260. TFC just got blown up by Inter Miami, which is one of the worst teams in MLS. How can you pick Toronto in this matchup? I can't do it. Even though they're at home and it's a rivalry game, usually rivalry games, you throw all that stuff out of the window, but TFC is just so bad right now. So bad. You look at this team and how they played in that game against Inter Miami, complete and utter garbage. Easy pick for me here. I'm going with Montreal to get it done on the road at plus 190 odds. Good odds for a team to take on a team that's just a horrible, horrible team like Toronto FC. All right, guys, hit that like button down below. Please, I'm begging you. Hit that like button. If you're a soccer fan, hit subscribe as well. Turn on that bell so you don't miss any of our awesome soccer content. We do regular podcast episodes, live stream reactions, picks and predictions, all kinds of great content here on SOP Soccer. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on that bell so you don't miss when we go live or upload the next video. All right, moving to the next game, we've got New York City against DC United. NYCFC pulls off a last-minute equalizer at Atlanta in the midweek. They come in at minus 170, DC United at plus 460, and the draw at plus 300. Now, when I look at these odds, plus 460 for DC United looks like a pretty good option because NYCFC has not been playing good soccer at all. They hadn't scored a goal in 4 games until that last-minute free kick. So, but I kind of flirt with it here. I might throw a few bucks on DC just to hedge my bets here. But because this game's at Yankee Stadium and New York City is feeling some serious, serious pressure, I gotta go with the New York City Citizens to get it done at home over DC United at minus 170 odds. So I'm going with New York City. But again, I might throw a few bucks just on DC for fun, just in case they pull it out. All right, next up, Philadelphia and Nashville. Philadelphia at home at even money. Nashville at plus 275 odds. Draw comes in at plus 245. Nashville's been looking a little bit better lately. A lot of draws. Philly, on the other hand, they've gotten some decent victories over the last few weeks, and they're starting to come into their own as they're fighting to hold on to one of those playoff spots there in the Eastern Conference. This game is in Philly, so part of me leans towards the draw or to Philly getting the win. And Nashville, as I just mentioned, this team always seems to pull out results. They know how to get points and get results. So I'm going with the draw in this matchup. Taking the draw between Philadelphia and Nashville there in Philly. All right, guys, check out BetUS. All right, we've got a link in the comments and also in the description. Click that link, go on over to BetUS and sign up. The best odds in the business are through BetUS. There is no question. There is nobody close. It is an affiliate program, so I do make a small portion when you make that first deposit. And I'm telling you guys, This is a huge opportunity. You get a 125% sign-up bonus. You're getting free money just for signing up. Deposit $100, they're going to give you $125 to spend in the sportsbook and the casino. 25% in the casino, that's a waste of money. I don't care about that. But that 100% match on the sportsbook is huge. Join today, BetUS, get the best odds in the business. Trust me, ask the All-Star members, ask everybody who signed up with BetUS. The odds are by far the best there at BetUS. All right, next up, Chicago Fire hosting RSL. Chicago Fire looking pretty decent over the last few games. This team looking okay. I'm surprised. They pulled off the draw at New England. Then they just went on the road and beat Cincinnati 4-3 at TQL Stadium, which again is not saying much, beating Cincinnati. But Chicago at home at even money. RSL at plus 255, and the draw comes in at plus 265. Now, this one, RSL is the better team. There's no question about that. Chicago's been pulling out some results. They're scoring some goals right now too. So you know what? I'm going with the draw on this matchup because I don't have any faith in the Chicago Fire. They're still a horrible team, and without a head coach, they got Frank Lopez running the sidelines there, and we all know how that works. But I'm taking the draw plus 265 odds for RSL and Chicago. All right, next up, Miami and Cincinnati. Miami at home just blew up TFC, just killed them 3-0. They're taking on probably an even worse team in FC Cincinnati right now at home. The odds minus 105 for Inter Miami, plus 270 for Cincinnati, and the draw comes in at plus 270 as well. How do you go? How can you bet on Cincinnati right now? You can't. I got to go with Inter Miami, even though I said I will not take them until they start turning things around. I wouldn't call it a turnaround beating Toronto 3-0, but you got to go with Miami here at home. They just beat up on Toronto. They'll probably just beat up on Cincinnati again. So my pick, Inter Miami at minus 105. All right, Minnesota and LAFC. Minnesota plus 145 odds at home at Allianz Field. LAFC comes in at plus 180 and the draw at plus 245. LAFC always gets love from the odds makers, ladies and gentlemen. They did just beat up on Dallas 3-2. Chicho Arango's on fire. Got a hat trick in the last match. Minnesota United looking decent in their last few games as well. They just had a big victory at home. This is a very tough matchup to call. However, because it's at home, Minnesota is a different team at home. I got to go with Minnesota. My pick, Minnesota United to get the victory over LAFC at plus 145 odds there at Allianz Field. All right, Colorado and Portland. Colorado comes in at minus 130, Portland at plus 325, and the draw at plus 280. We've had a lot of success with Portland. When they're huge dogs like this, plus 270 up to plus 425, we've made money off of the Portland Timbers. Colorado held Seattle to a draw, 1-1 draw in Colorado. This game is in Colorado. I have a hard time going with Portland, but I could see it happening. But hey, I've been talking to Isaiah. He went to the game last night against the Sounders. He's going to this one against the Timbers. I got to go with what Isaiah says. I'm going with Colorado to get the victory of minus 130 odds. All right, guys. Next up, check out these All-Star membership options. Okay, check this out, guys. Click that little blue join button down below and click on the All-Star level. You're going to get all kinds of perks. So just to review all of them, we've got the first team starter option, which has got $1.99 a month. You're getting loyalty badges. You're getting custom emojis, as you can see here on the screen, name in the scroll. Then you got the designated player level. You're going to get all that, plus your name in the description of the video, 20% off of Sons of a Pitch soccer merch, and then our betting option, the All-Star membership option, $9.99 a month. But you're going to get all that stuff I just talked about, plus you're going to get an exclusive video every week with my over-under picks, my prop bet picks as in a player to score, my 3-team parlay bet for the week, and both teams to score percentages and picks. It is well worth it if you're a sports bettor, guys. Check it out, $9.99 a month. You'll make that back in a heartbeat, no doubt about it. All right, let's get to some of these last games. The Galaxy and Dallas. Galaxy at home, minus 130. FC Dallas at plus 325. The draw comes in at plus 300. The Galaxy with a beatdown of the Houston Dynamo last week, as they should, because the Dynamo are a bad team. But Dallas is kind of a mess right now as well. So, yeah, they've got Ricardo Pepi, O'Brien, playing well, but I got to go with the Galaxy at home. My pick, LA Galaxy, minus 130 to get the victory over FC Dallas. Next up, San Jose and Vancouver. San Jose coming in at plus 110 odds. Vancouver plus 255 and the draw at plus 240. Vancouver Whitecaps done broke some hearts last night in some of the betting circles there. We had Portland. It broke my heart. It broke a couple other people's hearts as well. But Vancouver's rolling right now, man. Do not look away from the Vancouver Whitecaps. San Jose is not a great team. At home, San Jose, they did well against Austin, which most teams are. Vancouver's not Austin. This is going to be a totally different matchup. San Jose at plus 110, Vancouver at plus 255, draw at plus 240. I'm going with the dog here. I'm taking Vancouver. They're rolling. They just made that big comeback last night. I'm taking Vancouver Whitecaps to get the victory. All right, let's move to the Sunday game. Speaking of Austin FC, they're playing Houston, two of the worst teams in the Western Conference. Austin comes in at plus 110, Houston plus 210, and the draw at plus 265. Now, Austin, bad results over the last few weeks. Houston, they picked up a victory last week ago. They picked up a draw. They're starting to turn things around maybe just a little bit, but Austin is a different story. I'm going to go with the Verde in this one. My pick, Austin at plus 110 to get the victory over the struggling Houston Dynamo. All right, last game of the week, guys, Orlando City and New England Revolution. Orlando City at plus 140, New England plus 160, and the draw at plus 265. New England has not looked super sharp as of late. They are going to go for this point record. They only need 3 points to tie it, 4 points to beat that record of 72 points. Orlando, they're fighting to stay in the playoff spots and towards the top of those playoff spots. This game is in Orlando. If I had to go with a pick and who's the better team, it's New England. So because this game's in Orlando, I'm going to go with the draw. I'm going to say these teams are both going to end up with the draw. It's going to get 1 point for New England to move closer to that point challenge or point total, and then Orlando has a good result there for the playoff picture. So my pick, the draw at plus 265, and there you have it. There's all my picks. I'm going to put up the spreadsheet at the end of the video so that you guys can use that for your betting purposes. All-Stars, your video's coming out shortly, and hey, big shout out to some of the new All-Star members. Larry S. just jumped in. George Moda, my man. We've been talking on Instagram. Got you, brother. Thank you for joining up as an all-star member. Much appreciated there. And we're going to be rolling here this week, guys. We're going to get it back. Putting my picks up now. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And we'll talk to you guys real soon.